Okay, so welcome everyone. This is the I think the part five of the Codeforces a coding round problem series, and now we're gonna discuss the problem name a Blackboard game, which I solved in the yesterday in the round 1034 division 3. Okay, so let me see the question throughout what the question says and what the input are in the question and what we want to print the output. Okay, so after we reading the question here, the question in the front of you, you can also pause the screen and read. I can only discuss the input so that you get the basic idea that what the output must be in the written in the form of like Alice and the Bob. Okay, so see, Alice choosing an integer a on the blackboard and erase it, and the Bob choosing an integer b on the blackboard such that the a plus b equals to 3 and then erase it. You have a key point to note that a plus b is equal to 4. Okay, now we see that the round take places succession until a player is unable to make a move. The first player who is unable to make a move loses. Determine who win with the optimal play. Okay. So here we already defined that x equal to y mod m, wherever whenever we see the x minus y is an integer is a multiple of m. In the first in the first test case, the five is only the number of test cases that how many inputs are given in the question, and you can see here a number 2, 4, 5, 700. These are the test cases. So what we did see in the note section, in the first sample, suppose that Alice chooses a 0, then Bob cannot choose any number, so Alice wins immediately. Like the basic approach to solve this question is use some modulus operator so that we can guarantee that the number is a either the divisible by 4 or not divisible by 4. If the numbers are divisible by 4, then we write a modulus 4 is equal to 0, means the a is completely divisible by the 4. And in the third second test case, 4 modulus 4 is equal to 0, yes, it's equals to 0, then we see the Bob wins. Okay, 5 modulus 4 is not equals to 0, then we say the Alice win. And 7 modulus 4 is not equals to 0, then we see the Alice win against. And 100 modulus 4 is, yes, divisible by 4, then we can say that Bob wins. So now we're gonna see the solution of my code. mm, Wait. Okay, so Blackboard problem. Binary substring Blackboard ornament. Okay, so this is the code in the front of you. You can see the code. Okay, so the first, I think everyone knows the what is the header file. After the header writing the header file, I write all the defined functions for the basic operations in the competitive programming. Then after I use the type def int 64t ll and uint 64t ll. Basically, ull is a short form of a uint 64t, and ll is a form of short form of the int 64. It just helps you to store the a data in the compiler so that you can store every every value of the inputs. Suppose it will be in the negative form, or then it will be in the positive form, or either zero also. Then after we write the constant ll mode, these are also helps you to just store the numbers in your compiler. After like using namespace std, I just write a solve function. Okay, so in the solve function, I see the first test case. There are the how many test cases in the input? There are 5 test cases. So int n. Then after I taking the input, which is 5, and n modulus 4 is equal to 0. Okay, so these are the numbers. You know how many numbers you can see in the input? 5 numbers. So each we check each number. If it is a modulus of 4 equal to 0, then we say that the Bob wins. Okay, here this is a clear approach and our most optimal approach to just see this question in the a very beautiful manner. After we checking the number, if number is modulus 4 equals to 0, then Bob wins, else Alice wins. And then after we write the iOS based sync with studio function, it's help to you just basic to fast operate the input and output functions. if you're doing a faster calculation of the input and output function, you just have a clear thought in your mind that many of the candidates who just solve without writing this, then what is the benefits for the writing this is generally it helps us you to maintain the accurateness of input and output and making a fast calculations. Then after we write a int t and a c in t and a while t minus minus, we just use the this solve function. Means this solve function is helps to operate all the inputs which is written in the question, and then we return back. And this is the basic approach to solve this question, and hope you understand this. Okay, so we'll meet in the next video. Bye.